What's going on, everyone? SiNxRealize, aka Sin, aka Sinx, aka the thing you wash your hands in, and I am your coach for the Toronto Tyrantrums. And this week we are playing against who is it again? The TheXseption and the Tampa Bay Luxrays. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description down below. And this is week 2 of the PGL-NU Draft League. So today we're gonna go over. We're gonna do a quick team builder here. I'll be telling you guys exactly what I'm gonna bring and why I'm bringing it. So I guess we might as well just get right into it, right? So the first thing that we are bringing is gonna be Leonardo the Smeargle. Of course, we gotta give it that focus sash because its stats are kind of bad. Let's be real here. It's not very bulky, regardless. But we do have it so that way we can at least do something to it. If they try like setting up, I could try sporing it. And also this time, as you can tell from this set, we are planning on bringing a rain dance. Even though in my head I was really iffy about bringing it, because yes, it will work great against the Delphox. It might be okay against a few others. But the one thing I was really concerned about is that the Luxrays have a Luxray, so they can bring Thunder, and if rain set up, Thunder spam the shit out of me. And then there's also Qwilfish, which does have access to Swift Swim, but the thing is he might bring it as Intimidate, so that's a huge risk that we're playing with, because he could try to predict me trying to actually set up the rain, and could bring Swift Swim to try to outspeed everything I have. Because I believe this thing actually outspeed my it might outspeed my dragon, I mean not my Dragonite, my Kingdra. But yeah, so I thought like this team would do pretty well with if I can get rain set up for them. I honestly thought about bringing the Damp Rock to try to make the rain stay a little bit longer. But I also ended up taking a quick look at the previous week that he did, and he ended up bringing bringing Sunny Day, which was really interesting. So we could very well have a weather war going on with that. Of course, we brought Technician to do more damage with Nuzzle. Of course, Nuzzle's here just so that way it can paralyze, as it says here, 100% paralysis. And then we have Spore, so that way we can make sure that they're schnoozing. Then we have Sticky Web, so that way we have a little bit of speed control as well. That way we won't have to worry about too much. Yeah, that's pretty much about it for Smeargle. He's pretty much just there for setup purposes. And then we have Pilot, who's almost bringing the same set that he had last time. The only difference that there is really is we're bringing Hidden Power Ground instead of U-turn, which honestly is probably a really bad idea on my part, because I don't think I have really anything to pivot. But I figured I might as well bring Hidden Power Ground because there is Ferroseed, there is Luxray. Luxray is a giant threat to Pilot, so clicking the Hidden Power Ground would be really good against that. And then we have Hurricane because it can deal with the Primeape. We have Hurricane for Bullbeat as well if he decides to bring that. And then we're also bringing Heat Wave just in case if he does try to set up a what do you call it, a Sunny Day. It'll give me a little bit boost there. It'll help my Heat Wave hit a little bit harder, and it does have a 10% chance to burn, so we do have that possibility going for us. And then Hurricane has a 30% chance of confusing, so if we can manage to get the confusion on one of his more attack stat heavier attackers, then that'd work pretty well. So then that's pretty much about it. We gave it to Flynium Z just in case we wanted to try Z Defog or go for the Flynium Z Hurricane, so to try to output as much damage as we possibly can. Then of course, if we're setting up rain, we gotta bring Skirt, our Kingdra. This time we're going to rock it up with a little bit of Swift Swim. We also gave it the choice specs as well, just like last time, so that way its special attack can hit a hell of a lot harder. I should want to quickly look at stats. Okay, so Skirt actually speed ties with his Qwilfish, So if he hypothetically does bring Quillfish with Swift Swim, then we'll be speed tying every single time, which is a little bit terrifying because I know that his Luxray, he could hypothetically just be bringing an Intimidate Luxray instead over the over Quillfish, because he could run either double Intimidate, he could run Intimidate on either one of those as well, or he could run Intimidate on the Luxray and Swift Swim on the Quillfish, which honestly it wouldn't surprise me if he takes a look at my team. Like there's going to be a good amount of rain if you say so. And I gave it mods so that way it has that special attack boost, and we don't have any attacking moves, so our attack stat isn't really needed. So we're going to go with Hydro Pump just that way we can try to get a bunch of damage, and I think it hits 100% in the rain. We're bringing Draco Meteor for the Noivern because that's really the only dragon type that's there, so that's a little bit of a threat. I don't think there's really anything else there. We're bringing Ice Beam just so we could try to get the freeze hacks. Also might actually just click Ice Beam on the Noivern for the most part because it is quite effective. We have Surf, so we have a 100% hitting water move, and it does a bunch of damage as well. So the Delphox will probably go down easy peasy lemon squeezy. The scary part is that in the last game that the Luxrays had, apparently Delphox got 2 kills, so I really have to watch out for that. It's a pretty powerful mon. And then we have Marcos the Ludicolo. This thing's shiny. Who am I kidding? We have a shiny Marcos. Come on, who are we trying to fool here? And we're gonna give it Giga Drain, Fake Out, Knock Off, and Hidden Power Rock. And the Giga Drain, obviously, so that way it can heal up. We gave it Rain Dish as well because as long as the rain's up, it'll heal a little bit more, along with the leftovers, and both of them heal 116. So we're actually really healing 1/8 every turn. And then if I click Giga Drain, we're getting a little bit more from that as well. I decided to bring Hidden Power Rock. Why did I choose Hidden Power Rock again? Oh yeah, for the Noivern as well, because that's a little bit scary. Also for the Delphox, we do have Fake Out, obviously, so that way we'll be able to do a little bit of chip damage. We have Knock Off to knock off whatever items they're holding onto. Unless it's a Z Crystal, then huge yikes, I better watch out. But we did make, but holy shit, words. But the thing is already relatively bulky as is, so I didn't really try to fuck with that. We ended up maxing out its HP, gave it a little bit of extra attack, just for Fake Out, Knock Off. We ended up going with a mild nature, lowering its defense, and then giving it a high as hell special attack, so that way Giga Drain and Hidden Power Rock will do a bunch. And then to deal with the Luxray, we are bringing Gaston, our Gastrodon, who we actually didn't end up using last time either. I think most of the team actually is nothing we've used yet. The only things that we used last week were Skirt and Pilot here. So we're bringing Storm Drain just in case if he tries to go for a water move. I figured I might as well, right? I see no reason not to. And then we're bringing Clear Smog just in case if he tries to set anything up or try any funny business. We also have Earth Power for Delphox, for Ferroseed, for maybe Quillfish. Oh yeah, and also Hidden Power Rock. I just remembered the Hidden Power Rock on Marcos is also as well for the Volbeat as well, because I believe Rock is super effective against that. I feel like a Hidden Power Rock would maybe knock it out. I haven't done any calcs yet, unfortunately. Probably should have now that I'm thinking about it. But anyways, also bring a Hidden Power Fire just for those pesky grass types like Ferroseed. So I'm a little bit nervous about the Ferroseed because obviously that's going to be a huge setter upper. So that's the main reason I have Defog on Pilot. But we're getting completely off track here. And then we're bringing Earth Power because it's a nice and powerful move. We have Scald to try to get those sweet Scald burns. Honestly, I am not expecting any of that. And then we have and then we're maxing out our HP, of course, because we're hella bulky. we ended up dropping our attack set because we aren't really a physical attacker in this set. I really thought about bringing physical, but I was like, you know what, fuck it. Well, we will give special a try. And also I feel like Pharisee would probably die to like anything special because its special defenses. Actually, its defenses in general are really good. For some reason I read speed as special defense. Don't mind me. Of course we didn't really fuck with the speed at all because the speed's not really necessary. We gave it some extra special defense bulk, HP max, special attack max, so that way it can output a good amount of damage. We gave it modest to increase it and lower the attack because obviously we're not going to be using the attack. And then we're going to bring our newest member, who is now part of the team, Monka S, the Wobbuffet, which of course it's just honestly it's kind of memey, and also it is a huge threat to pretty much any hard hitter that tries to come by. I ended up bringing Counter, Mirror Coat, Destiny Bond, and Encore. Of course the stats you gotta max it. You gotta max out that HP. Look at that base HP stat, 190. Oof. And then we also bulked up the defense and special defense, and then of course Counter, Mirror Coat. That's sort of a given on a Wobbuffet. If he goes for a special attack, I click Mirror Coat. If he goes for a physical, I click Counter. And if I think I'm gonna die like within the next turn, I click Destiny Bond. And also the best part is I ended up deciding to go with Encore on this set, just so that way I could Encore him into onto whichever move it is, whether it's if he hits me with a physical move and I don't click Counter or anything, I just go for the Encore. He's locked into a physical move, so he'll have to either swap or hope that Counter doesn't fucking knock him out. And that's pretty much about it with Monka S. I honestly might bring him a lot just because he's such a huge threat. Like literally, when I ended up looking up sets for Wobbuffet, it showed like I'm pretty sure like it showed a set for like every single format, because and when I did, it's literally pretty much the same set constantly. The only thing that really changes is like Encore and Destiny Bond. Those are sometimes swapped out for like whether it's Charm or Splash Guard. Honestly, I really low-key thought about memeing and going with a Psychium Z or something, or Z Destiny Bond. Or matter of fact, I kind of thought about Z Splash a little, to be honest, just for memeing. But maybe I'll do that in the future. Maybe I will. But we did give it the leftover because obviously it's hella bulky. It'll gain a good chunk of its HP back from that. And yeah, that's honestly about it for this team. If you guys are hyped for this battle against the Tampa Bay Luxrays and TheXseption, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit that subscribe button and the bell to notify whenever a video goes up. But on that note, I'm gonna head on out of here, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.